Hi everyone, it's Nicole from Healthy NYC. Welcome. Today we're going to be practicing a really wonderful morning flow to improve balance, flexibility, and strength. I won't be using any props for this practice today, but you may want to have 2 blocks and a strap close by. Let's start down on our backs. We're going to move into reclined bound angle. So place the soles of your feet together. Knees are falling apart, shoulders are down the back. You can place your arms alongside of your body or up above your head. Just taking a few moments here to relax into the mat. Maybe set your intention for the practice today. Taking deep breaths into the belly. Let's take 3 more full rounds of breath. You can use your hands to bring your knees back in. Keep your left knee bent, sole of the foot down on the mat, and let's take half happy baby on the right. So you can grab onto the big toe, left arm is out to the side. Your knee and ankle are roughly stacked, your elbows on the inside. Just taking nice deep breaths into the hip with the hip flexor. Let's gently let that go. Right foot goes up to the sky. We're going to take a hamstring stretch. You can clasp your hands either behind your thigh or move them up a bit further. Pointing and flexing through the toe. Just checking in on the hamstrings. Keeping a bend in the knee if you need to. Trying to relax the shoulders. And let's gently let that go. Bring both knees into your chest, give them a squeeze, and let's switch sides. Half happy baby on the left. Really pressing your tailbone down so you're not rolling too far over to the left. Breathing deeply into the left hip and hip flexor. Let's take 2 more breaths here. And stretch that left leg up to the sky for your hamstring stretch. Holding on to wherever's comfortable and accessible. Bending your knees as much as you need to. Pointing and flexing through the foot. You can also bend and straighten your knee, whatever feels good in the body. And let's bring both knees back in towards the chest. Cross at the ankles and come up to tabletop pose. Your knees are going to be under your hips. Your wrists and shoulders are aligned. Fingers are spreading nice and wide. Elbows are straight. Let's move for a few rounds of cat and cow. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the gaze, curl tailbone up. Exhale, round the spine, chin to chest. Take a few more at your own pace with your own breath. Warming up through the shoulders, the spine, the chest. And let's take one more full round. Coming back to neutral spine, walk the palms forward. We're going to move into our first downward dog. So curl the toes under, your hips are going up and back. Your hands and feet are hip width distance. Fingers are spreading nice and wide. Elbows are straight. Let your head and neck hang heavy. Really pressing into the fingertips and knuckles. And you can take any movement that feels good in the body. When you're ready, let's step towards the top of the mat for a Ragdoll Fold. Your feet can either be at hip width distance or wider. Generous bend in the knees. Fingertips can be down on the mat or holding onto opposite elbows. Bring up the lower back and the neck. You can sway from side to side, front to back. And fingertips come down to the mat. Let's come all the way up to stand, inch by inch into mountain pose. Shoulders are down, palms facing forward. Let's bring our hands to heart center. We're going to be moving through 3 Half Sun Salutations. So big toes together, heels apart. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, folding forward, hinging at the waist, bend your knees. Halfway lift, flat back, shine the heart forward. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way back up to stand. Hands at heart center. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, folding forward, hinging at the waist. Halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, fold. Last one. Come all the way up to stand. Hands at heart center. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, fold a little deeper. Let's come all the way back up to stand. Hands at heart center and move through our first flow. Inhale the arms up, look up. Exhale, folding forward, hinging at the waist. Halfway lift, flat back. Plant your palms, step both feet back. Inhale to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. You can take cobra or up dog. Exhale, back into downward dog. Let's take 3 breaths here. Really stretching out through the shoulders. Let's walk our palms towards the back of the mat and take a forward fold. You can either stay here with your fingertips down on the mat or grab onto your 2 big toes with the peace fingers. Inhale to lift. Exhale to fold. Elbows are going out to the sides. Even if you're very flexible in the hamstrings, keep a micro bend in the knees so you're not locking your joints. Pressing the shoulders away from your ears. Let's take 2 more breaths. And let's walk back into our downward dog. When you're ready, lift the heels, bend the knees, move to the top of the mat. Halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up to stand. Hands at heart center. We're going to be moving into eagle pose. So go ahead and bend your knees. Cross your left leg over the right. You can wrap your toes once or twice. Left arm is going under the right. Really pressing those forearms together. Hugging in the lower belly. Focus on something that's not moving to hold your balance. Let's take one more breath here. Unwind into pyramid pose. So your back foot's going to be at about a 45-degree angle. You want your hip bones facing forward. Let's take an inhale to lift the heart and exhale, folding forward, hinging at the waist. You can place your hands down on the mat or on your blocks, bending the front knee as much as you need to, pressing into the back foot and scooping that hip forward if it tries to open up. Relax the upper body. Let's take 3 more breaths here. Use your core to come all the way up to stand. Let's pivot over to the left side of our mat for a wide-legged forward fold. So both feet are parallel to the short sides. Take an inhale to lift, exhale, fold, hinging at the waist. You can place your hands on the mat or on your blocks. Take any movement that feels good here. Two more breaths. Let's walk the fingers forward, lift up halfway, pivot towards the front side of your mat. We're going to take an easy twist. So your left hand is down, your right arm goes up to the sky. Keeping your hips low, nice long line between both arms. Looking wherever is comfortable for your neck. You can either stay here or move into Vashisthasana, our side plank. Really pressing those hips up. Take one more breath. Bring the right hand down on the mat with control. Press back into your downward dog. Let's move through a flow. Inhale to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. You can take cobra or up dog. Exhale back into downward dog. When you're ready, lift the heels, bend the knees, move to the top of the mat. Halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up to stand. Hands at heart center, moving into eagle pose on the left. So bend into your left knee. Cross your right leg over the left. You can rock once or twice. Right arm goes under the left. Hugging in your lower belly. Pressing the forearms together. Try not to dig your toes into the mat. Let's take 2 more breaths. And unwind into pyramid pose. So your back foot is at a 45-degree angle. Hips are facing forward. Take an inhale to lift. Exhale, folding forward. Take your hand placement of choice. Relaxing the upper body. Pressing into both feet evenly. Let's take 2 more breaths here. Press into both feet to come all the way up to stand. Let's pivot towards the right side of our mat for a wide-legged forward fold. Take an inhale to lift the heart. Exhale, folding forward. Shoulders away from the ears, creating plenty of space for the neck. Two more breaths here. Let's crawl the fingers forward, pivot towards the front side of the mat for an easy twist. Right hand down, left arm is up to the sky. Looking wherever's comfortable for your neck. You can either stay here or move into side plank, Vashisthasana. Hips are lifting up as high as you can. Take two more breaths here. Let's start to look down towards the mat. Left hand comes down. Press back into downward dog and let's move through flow. Inhale to plank. Exhale, chaturanga, back bend. Exhale into downward dog. When you're ready, lift the heels, bend the knees, move to the top of the mat. Halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up to stand. Hands at heart center. We're going to be moving into tree pose, balancing on the right leg. So lift your left knee up using your hip flexors. You can place your foot on the inside of your upper right thigh or down towards the shin. Your hands can either stay at heart center or you can lift them up. Really pressing everything in towards the midline. Hugging your lower belly. Let's take two more breaths here. Bring your hands to heart center. We're going to move into warrior three. So keep the left knee up. Start to hinge forward. Left leg goes up and back. Trying to get parallel to the mat. Tips come down on the mat. Step the left foot all the way back and let's move into lizard pose. So pivot your right foot to the edge of the mat. Both hands are on the inside. I'm keeping my back knee up for this. You can lower yours down. Really pressing into the big right toe. And you could just sway back and forth. Just getting a nice moving stretch in the hips. Let's take one more breath here. Let's press back into our downward dog and move through flow. Inhale to plank. Exhale, chaturanga, back bend. Exhale, downward dog. When you're ready, lift the heels, bend the knees, move to the top of the mat. Halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up to stand. Hands at heart center, moving into tree pose on the left. Right knee comes up using the hip flexors. Take your foot position of choice. Once you catch your balance, you can lift your arms up to the sky. Take two more breaths here. Hands come back to heart center, moving into warrior three. Keep the right knee up, start to hinge forward. Right leg goes up and back. Here, fingertips come down, right leg goes all the way back, moving into lizard pose. Pivot your left foot over to the edge of the mat. Both hands are on the inside. Pressing into the big toe on your left foot. And you can just sway back and forth. Breathing deeply into the hips. Let's take 2 more breaths here. And step back into your downward dog. Let's move through a flow. Inhale to plank. Exhale, chaturanga, back bend. And exhale back into downward dog. Let's come down to a seated position on the mat. We're going to take a forward fold. So both legs outstretched in front. Inhale the arms up and exhale, fold forward, hinging at the waist. Feel free to bend your knees. You can make this passive by relaxing your upper body. Let's take 3 full rounds of breath here. And slowly roll all the way up. Let's come into a comfortable seated position. We're going to take a few moments in a silent meditation to close our practice. So nice straight spine. You can place your hands on your knees or at heart center. Gentle tuck of the chin and just focus on the breath. Nice and simple. The inhales and exhales through the nose. If your mind starts to wander, gently come back to the breath. Keeping your eyes closed, let's take an inhale through the nose. Exhale out the mouth. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. I hope you enjoyed this morning flow. Please do remember to like, subscribe, and comment, and I will see you again soon. Namaste.